Okay, hey guys, before I go on with this what if, I thinking of wanting to redo this what if, okay? I really don't know why. It's just like, I just feel like redoing this what if. I feel like kind of we're going into a different story. But yeah, um, because I kind of woke up this morning at like 5 in the fucking morning, like 5 to 4 in the morning. I don't remember. Morning, it was like somewhere in the morning. It was dark as fuck outside. The problem is my room was bright as fuck when I woke up. I was like, oh, why the fuck is so bright? Is it already morning? No, I just realized they didn't turn off the lights when I blacked out. Literally, I think I blacked out somewhere near 10 something. I don't remember. I just fell asleep. I was going to take like a quick nap or something, and I just fully fucking went to sleep. I just dived into sleep or whatever. So I realized my lights in the hallways were turned on, and also, well, my mini hallway, and also my bathroom. So I went to turn that shit off, put on a light, and also like turn off my computer and other shit because I forgot that I had all that shit on. And I tried to fall asleep at 5 o'clock, and I couldn't. And I realized, what the fuck do I do? Do I actually fall asleep back and try to wake up like at 7 or something? Which I did. I put like an alarm clock, but that didn't really work. I instead turned that shit off and went to sleep at like, got back up at like 8 something. But not the point. So yeah, I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes, whatever. But it's still kind of dark outside. That's just probably because it's fucking cold and freezing ass weather out here. Yes, I don't know fucking why, but whatever. It's not even snowing, it's not even raining, it's just freezing fucking weather over here. Whatever. It's not even windy outside. That's the problem. What the fuck is happening here? Whatever. I'm rambling on, but let me go into this what if. Okay, so the redo is mostly something I kind of dream about. I don't know why. Mostly when I woke up, I started dreaming about it, and then when I kind of wake back up, I was like, huh, well, I'll do this as a what if then. So yeah. So let me go into this what if and let me shut the fuck up. But yeah, storyline. I think it might be much better than the one that I was doing. But whatever. And I'll probably be using more abilities of the Joker abilities that I mentioned and the other what if. But yeah. So yes, Issei is going to have not Mr. Q, mostly Judge Q's abilities, Fire Force Joker's abilities, Doflamingo's abilities, because they do call him Joker, if I can remember right, or might just be thinking of his actual name, Dofi, but fuck it. I think his name is Joker, the manipulator of the puppets, or he's the puppet manipulator, I don't remember. And he's also going to have the brain power as of what's it called, Joker from DC, okay? And also maybe the insane type, but don't worry about that. Now, of course, with all that, let me begin to what if. Let me shut the fuck up. And yeah. So we go into Issei. Well, not Issei in particular. Well, we go into a group. A group of like, well, mostly a group of like 4 people outside. Or when I've been 4, there's 8 people in total. All of them are females, and some of them, well, aren't as big as the others, but don't worry about it. But of course, we go into them. It seems that they're arguing about something, but of course, not really many people will really care because it's actually the afternoon of the school. And of course, mostly a bunch of students are already leaving, but yeah, they're kind of near the, what's it called, old school building with the new school building, but yeah. Now, the 4 people that are mostly arguing is a girl with kind of, well, mostly she's not arguing, she's mostly just looking at this retardedness, but she's kind of having short black hair into like a bob kind of haircut. Of course, Violet had a reddish, or is it reddish? Wait. She has violet eyes and of course, what's it called, reddish glasses, but yeah. Of course, next to her is, in some words, her best friend, but at the same time, in other words, she's actually the queen of her barrage. And of course, the girl next to her is basically a girl with long black hair, brownish, goldenish, similar eyes that look kind of brass color, and she has blue glasses, the opposite color from the other girl. Of course, they're just looking at this argument happening. Of course, the argument has another person viewing this. A girl with purplish hair and of course purple eyes. And of course, where, well, she has like this purple, well, not purple uniform. She has a school uniform also, like everyone has a school uniform, mostly for females. But yeah, her hairstyle is kind of pointed up into two ponytails, but on top of her hair is like two kind of hair lines are kind of pointing up, like someone like a demon. And of course, where she has purple eyes, but in the middle of the dot of like the pupil, it's kind of yellow. But yeah, and this is where next to her is her also kind of, well, her barrage, because she's somewhat of a demon. But of course, where, well, or a demon king somewhat. And of course, next to her is her queen. She has longish blue hair. Well, yeah, longish blue hair, and well, mostly dark blue hair. And of course, she has these brownish eyes. But yeah, so yeah, dark brownish eyes. Of course, is where, well, their chest size are kind of different, but not the point of those. Now, of course, the two arguing people are mostly two of different double kind of barrages. Well, one is kind of not really a double barrage, but don't worry about that. Of course, there's a red-haired girl with longish red hair. Of course, she has bluish and tealish green eyes, mostly like blue and green, but of course like tealish a little bit. But yeah, of course, well, she has, well, her queen next to her, and of course her queen is not really arguing what she is, but she's just arguing because of the other person's kind of queen, or mostly sister or whatever. But of course, well, the queen herself has longish black hair, and of course she's kind of how should I say? She has violet eyes, and of course, well, she's just kind of getting angry at the other person. Now, the other person that from the red hair is she arguing at? It's a longish hair, whitish hair girl. She has long white hair. She also has, what's it called? These golden eyes. Kind of like, yeah, golden. She has what's it called? Long white hair, golden eyes, and of course, she's not really wearing the school uniform, but of course her chest is about like bursts out from her kind of clothing. But yeah, because she is wearing a button, I'm sure. This is where, well, next to her is actually her kind of, well, not really queen, but she's actually next to kind of two people. Well, kind of. Mostly, well, behind her is a girl with black hair and golden eyes, golden slick eyes, and of course, kind of has like this ears appearing from her head. But yeah, like if she was a cat. And of course, next to her is a girl with kind of blackish hair and kind of violet eyes, similar towards the other girl, for mostly the queen of the red hair. Of course, well, she seems to have this aura from different from all of them. Instead of being a devil, she seems to be having an aura of a fallen angel. Of course, where they're arguing about the two behind the whitish hair girl, and of course her entirely. And Rias is mostly the red hair named Rias is kind of just arguing with them. Now, of course, well, the girl with whitish hair is named Folly, and of course she's arguing back, saying that this is complete annoyance. Fuck off, you fucking high mighty devil. I don't care. This is where, well, they're just arguing, and of course, this is where, well, they hear her chuckling, like someone just laughing then because it's just funny to them. This is where, well, the black hair girl who's mostly watching this is mostly Rias' best friend, being named Sona. And of course she looks up, and of course what they see in the side of the building, mostly like on the ledge of, well, one of the windows, is someone literally smoking a cigarette. Of course, wearing what's it called? Not the school uniform. He is not wearing at all the school uniform. He's wearing, well, what's it called? Black kind of coat, a black coat. Like, it's not even cold outside, but he's wearing this shit. Like, damn, aren't you sweating in that? But whatever. He's wearing like a red kind of scarf, like near his neck. But yeah, of course, well, he also has like this black hat, and of course something like a bandana kind of blocking one of his eyes, mostly that being his left eye. And of course, where his eyes are kind of brownish color. This is where he's just chuckling and seeing all this argument. This is where, well, all of them does turn around just to see who the fuck this person is. And of course, this is where, well, no one actually can understand who exactly this person is. And this is where, well, the black hair girl who has like a bob haircut, her name is Sona, and this is where she says, "Tell me, who exactly are you, and how long have you been watching us?" This is where Sona was actually confused, because there was no one entirely around their kind of vicinity, because she'd been sensing around. Even the other person was a purplish hair girl, kind of also trying to see if there's anyone, and they could never notice this person until he starts chuckling. This is where, well, the person says, huh? Oh, sorry. Like, at least it seems I got my location destroyed after me chuckling. It was just too funny seeing two female Onisans really just scream about, or mostly five, well, I don't know, but whatever, how many that is, just screaming at each other like, God damn, do you not expect anyone to like see or hear or just whatever kind of see this whole situation? That's where, well, Sona says, I guess you're right. If they would have really cared, but there's some people that are actually like just not dying. This is where she says, or not getting suspended or dying. This is where, well, the person chuckles a little bit more. But there's also those that don't really care that much about the rules, do they? This is where, well, Sona says, that is true. You do realize smoking on school grounds is quite illegal. This is where, well, Issei, well, mostly this person chuckles again and says, that would be the case if I didn't read all, and I mean all of the rules that are in the, well, rule book. I can't believe you made about 2,000. You should have made a little bit more because that would have got my boredom off the book. This is where, well, Sona widened her eyes, and she wasn't expecting anyone to read like 2,000 rules, which this is where, well, the person says, okay, rule 345. If you're smoking on school grounds, you will be suspended. He started reading the kind of, well, rule. But, and I mean but, because who the fuck made this? This is where, well, Issei, or mostly the guy kind of said, yes, this is Issei, but don't worry about it. This is where, the person said, but, if you're smoking sideways on the building or on top of a ledge of the window or on the fence, like on a wall, like on top of it, then you will not be suspended. Now, please tell me this. What's it called? Mostly, he doesn't call Sona by her demon name, but mostly her fake name. And this is where, well, he says, why the fuck do you made this? This is where, well, Sona widened her eyes and says, fuck. Damn it, you. This is where she's screaming in her freaking mind about someone who is kind of always wearing like this outfit of her favorite anime. And of course saying, yeah, no one's going to ever like take this serious, would they? This is where, well, Sona's screaming in her head saying, damn it, Serapha! This is where, well, everyone kind of widened their eyes and saying, is that actually a thing? This is where, well, the purplish hair girl kind of snapped her fingers, and of course the blue hair kind of brought out the mostly rule book and went to 345, and that's actually a fucking rule. What the hell? This is where they kind of scream at Sona because all of them are next to the purplish hair girl, looking over because she's actually smaller than, well, the red hair or even the white hair. But yeah, this is where, well, Sona just says, I hate Serapha, I hate Serapha, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. This is where, well, Issei's chuckling. This is where, well, no one still knows this is Issei. But this is where, well, Sona says, okay, fine. Guess that's actually interesting. Is that the only rule that you fucking know? Because I swear to God. Well, she doesn't scream, I swear to God. She says, I swear to the 9 rules of hell, you freaking bastard. This is where, well, this person chuckles again and says, no. Actually, there's other things I want to point out in the rule book. This is where, well, Sona says, okay, before I go on, who exactly you are? Huh? Who am I? Well, since I'm also in your 3rd year, you should probably already figure out who I am. But I'll give you the hint. The name is Issei Hiro, he says. This is where Sona winds her eyes and says, Issei? Wait, where have I heard that name? This is where, well, Tsubaki was about to start searching up, well, who exactly it is on, well, mostly her phone very fast. But this is where, well, Issei then continues. But what I actually came here to talk. Also, if you heard that loud kind of clang, that was me accidentally kicking something again. I haven't done this in multiple videos. I just don't see where I'm walking. Never mind. Go back into the water. Shut the fuck up, you freaking lightning. I don't know what to say. But whatever. Of course, well, he says, before, this is not the only reason I came here to tell you that. And I can easily kind of go around the loophole. But this is where, well, Issei kind of flicks his kind of, well, cigarette up and crushes it in his hand. And kind of just makes the dust kind of fall down to the ground. But I only came here to get an early graduation. he said very smirkily and of course grinning a little bit. Is where, well, Sona kind of narrowed her eyes because, well, there's a way for people to graduate very early. Like, she kind of always had this, but it's only like if people really would kind of want to graduate early. But not most of the guys don't want to graduate, and neither does the girls. This guy seems to want to graduate. Here's where Sona says, huh, you do realize that graduating early would kind of approve against me in a game, but you also have to have really good grades. That's where, well, Issei's like smile gotten even bigger, and that's where, well, he started chuckling a little bit. Oh, really? Then please, Lady Sabaki. Well, mostly he calls Sabaki. I think Sabaki still has, her name is not, it's just Sona that usually has a fake name. This is where Sabaki searches up his profile, and what she sees is mostly his grades. His grades are not just A's, they're S, they're excellent, they're super amazing. The reason why is because, well, all of his classes, well, yeah, all of his classes are just SSS. Singing, he doesn't have that, but if he did, he probably would have been a good singer. But this is where, well, he gets all S, and the notes that they have is that Issei Hyodo, Issei Hyodo has what's it called, all his work done in an instant, and of course there's been information that he just doesn't pay attention. That's just because he's already finished with all of his classes. He kind of just takes a nap, and of course he's still in the class. He doesn't ditch us or anything, but yeah, he sometimes do. That's just because he's already finished with the class. He finished all classes, even from first years to second years to third years, even though he's already a third year himself. Yes, Issei Hyodo is a third year. And that's where, well, he says, so, about that little game, are we going to play, well, shogi, or are we going to play chess? The Western kind of version of shogi. This is where, well, Sona kind of sees how Issei is quite informed in a lot of things. And of course, if he has finished all, and I mean all classes, that have been, not even being, he's a third year, he kind of got enrolled into being a third year, because there was no other information from him going to another school until he just said that he was, what's it called, homeschool. This is where, well, she didn't take that as a lie because there was no really hint of a lie. But it's not really a lie. Issei has never went to an actual school. He's never went to elementary or middle school. That's because he has secrets behind his, well, disappearance and other stuff. But of course, this is where, well, Sona says, I see. So, you do know about the rule of if you beat me in chess, then you'll graduate early. Yes. Why would you want to do that? Because I don't have any, well, unless you have new material for me to read and actually pass time, then I have really nothing to do. I have read all the books on every single textbook. English, science, well, mostly English, science, Japanese literature, history, this, Germany, Russian. This is where, well, he also read a bunch of books in what's called the library. A bunch of books that are actually interesting to him, not books that are not interested to him. This is where, well, he doesn't read any romance books. He doesn't care that much. This is where, well, unless you have new, I mean college level, then I probably already read it because I already read every single book. So, I just want to get my GPA and my college diploma from high school, and that's all. Very much, I just want to hurry this up. I don't really have time to waste that much. This is where, well, Sona says, why is that? Because a good friend of mine, well, mostly, I wouldn't say good friend. We're not that close as friends. We're just companions, frenemies, and other things. Don't worry about that. This is what he said, very kind of calculating, which none of them got it, but of course they were. Well, Issei said, but other than that, I want to hurry this up and get my GPA in my college diploma and get out of here. I really don't have any time with socializing with other people because I don't care. Socializing with other people are kind of, not my style. I'd rather do everything alone. Because who cares about other people? This is where, well, Sona narrowed her eyes and said, okay. Do I need to know anything about this person? Well, first, the chess game or whatever we're gonna play, I want to play it on Monday. But I'll tell you some information. Issei jumps down from the building, of course, like landing on the ground pretty easily. Of course, he was from the second floor and he just jumped down. Now, of course, he was talking loud enough for them to hear, but not loud enough for other people to hear. But this is where he lands down next to Sona. And of course, where, well, it's like if he could have broke his legs, he would have broke his leg, but of course it didn't. This is where, Issei said, well, what do you really gotta know about this person is he's a destruction, well, how should I say, a delinquent half the time. And if I graduate, then he will notice that I'm no longer there in this school. Meaning that he would kind of just drop out after a while. Do you want a delinquent in your school? I know this is such a precision kind of school. It used to be a female all school, but it then turned into a kind of equality gender thing. Which I'm guessing is probably because in your group you wanted males to enforce the law with the girls or whatever. But I don't care. Pretty much, do you want to have a delinquent in this school kind of running around beating up the gangsters around Kuo? This is where he started kind of spitting facts. There's about 36 gangs. Well, some of them are small, some of them are really big, and some of them are connected to mafia bosses in Kuo. Now, of course, these mafia bosses are not in Kuo themselves. They're in different actual, places in Japan. But he will start kind of attacking them out of boredom. He's the quite opposite of me. He will start attacking over 36,000, 5,500 of, well, 1%, mostly like he said, 3,600, 55,000, not 55,000, 5,551. This is where, she kind of narrowed her eyes, and this is where, well, that's how many people there are in total of gangsters. Mostly they're not even from Kuo. He will probably just kind of track them down and beat the shit out of them. For another reason than his boredom. You see here, he's the quite opposite of me. Instead of me actually being, well, not attacking random people out of random cases, he would have done it out of random cases. Either they want to fight him, either they just want to see his strength, or stuff like that. Now, do you want him to be around the school causing as much terror as ever? He won't cause terror to students, he will cause terror to gangsters, and gangsters will start coming over here towards Kuo, causing trouble. So do you know if you want to cause trouble, that's on you if you don't want to let me graduate too early. Understand? This is where, he said to Sona. Sona kind of narrowed her eyes, and this is where she realized that if Issei is telling the truth and there is a delinquent about mostly joined the school, and of course she probably didn't notice in who she actually accepted, then this person might be causing Kuo's kind of mostly prodigy kind of like level of students of that whole success of like being one of the top schools, but really easy to join. This is where, she probably is going to know that this person is probably a delinquent and the opposite of Issei. Now, Issei seems to be dressing up very, like, well and formal. Like, if he dresses, he's kind of like dressing up like mostly in like the mid-19th century of fucking America. That's how he kind of looks like right now. This is where, he then says, but, let me see when he's going to join. He kind of opens his, like, coat, pulls out this watch, literally a golden watch that shows the timer, but it's mostly like Roman numeral timer that it has, mostly the X, V, and I, so you get the point. Of course, where he then clicks on it, this is where he sees, he opens it, and this is where he sees the timer. This is where, he then kind of thinks about, so today is the 25th of, September. He will be coming here, shortly in a week. So I have enough time to beat you in 5 different, chess games. And if that won't work, then, good luck. Because I will literally try to just leave. Or I can help him and cause trouble. Besides, I'm in no one's side, so But best way to, well, not cause trouble is for me to graduate and for him to realize that I'm no longer in school. So that would be the best way. That's where Sona can see his calculating eyes. This is where, well, one eye entirely. His other is right now being covered. This is where, well, she kind of says, I see. Fine. I'll play you in 5 different chess games. This is where, well, Issei says, but gladly. This is where Issei kind of snapped his fingers. And this is where, well, Issei kind of just, well, not snap his fingers. Well, he did. He kind of did. And of course, where he puts the watch back into his, like, mostly kind of like pocket, like vessel pocket, because he does wear like a vessel. But yeah, he put that in there. And this is where he says, well, other than that, I'll be leaving. What's it called? Sarina? Yes. He calls him by her kind of like fake name because her real name is Sona, but of course he doesn't know about that. Now, of course, the where, well, Issei says, well, bye-bye. This is where, well, Issei starts walking away. This is where, well, she then narrowed her eyes. She never met this kind of interesting, unique character before. Someone that seems to be right now manipulating a little bit, but of course at the same time telling the truth. She's right now really terrified, and whoever this person is, whoever this delinquent is coming to the school, she's terrified. Because if what Issei is telling the truth, Issei is telling what's it called, her about the delinquent who's going to come here. Someone that might really cause so much destruction and trouble. But yeah. This is where Issei starts walking away. And of course, where, well, he then gets to his house. This is where, well, the weekend kind of passes. But of course, this is where, well, someone does try to ask him out before he, like, leaves to his house. And it's none other than a black hair kind of girl. Well, not even black hair girl. Well, no, she doesn't go ask him out, no. This is where, well, another kind of person decides to ask him out. This time it's like a petite kind of girl with blondish hair. And this is where Issei said, unless I want to go to jail, I am not going to literally go on a date with a fucking schoolgirl. At least being in her middle school age. So I'm out. This is where the girl gets angry. And of course, this is where she would have used her lightsaber, but that would have been sent by the devils. And also someone that she doesn't want to really piss off that much. This is where, well, we go into Issei going back to his house, or mostly his apartments. There's actually 2 places that, well, what's it called? But of course, this is where, well, Issei is just at his house. Of course, this is where he starts taking off all his clothing. This is where he sees an orange cat. This orange cat is saying meow, and of course, he's greenish eyes. And this is where Issei sighs and says, okay, Poos, I'll give her your food. Stop nagging me. I know you're going to try to kill me in my sleep if I don't give you food. This is where the cat decides to start talking. Yes, I would. Now give me food. Yes. Weren't you going to go outside to go with your other cats and drink or something for milk? Well, yes, but I have no money. This is where, well, he says sighs and says, if I give you money, will you leave me alone? Yes. Good. This is where, well, Issei kind of goes into a vault, decides to grab some money, some golden coins, and throws like a bag straight to, well, the cat. The cat now has boots, belt, a sword, a coat, well, mostly a cape, a black cape, and a hat. This is where he got the golden, like the bag of golden coins, and just kind of ran off. But yeah, before eating, and then he just ran off. Issei sighs and says, well, there he goes. Well, time to go to sleep. He goes to sleep. The next day, it's him kind of waking up and realizing it's, well, mostly Saturday. And that's where it's mostly in the afternoon because he kind of slept for a couple of hours. He didn't really care that much. He didn't even have anything to kind of go off in the morning. But yeah, you know, mostly Poos in Boots is going to come back like later. But don't worry about that. Let's see where, well, Issei is now just going off with his life. He's kind of yawning. He kind of, well, makes some food for himself. That's the where, well, he then gets outside, goes off to wherever he wants to go. And yeah, he mostly goes to the mall just to buy some stuff because he knows he needs some stuff. But yeah, this is where he sees what's it called? A whitish hair girl, mostly the same whitish hair girl that was mostly fighting against the red hair, kind of talking to a girl who kind of does look like a cat for a second, and has this sensory for cats, but devil-like, but whatever. So well, Issei decides to try to ignore them, but they manage to sense where he's at because, well, not really sense where he's at, mostly found where he's at because he's literally walking into a store. Well, mostly for the call guns, but yeah, this is where Issei walks into this place. This is where they're confused and why he's buying a gun, because it's kind of illegal for someone of their age, mostly 18, to buy a gun, entirely in Japan. But yeah, you gotta be like the age of. Well, I don't think Japan has a gun store, but I'm gonna say this place does have a gun store. Leave me alone. But of course, I'm gonna just say the age 25. This is where, he walks in. They kind of start to try to follow him, but of course, the doors and windows are kind of tinted, so of course, you can't really see what's in there unless you are a normal human. But when they use their demon vision, they can see absolutely nothing still. Yeah, it's pretty dark in the room. Of course, they still try to use their magic, but they can't. It's like if something is blocking them. This is where, Issei walks in. This is where Issei chuckles and says, "Hello there, Higar." Well, not Higar, mostly Higurashi. This is where Higurashi says, "Ah, if it's my #1 customer, what do you need?" This is where, he then says, what I need? You know what I need. I need more gunpowder. And, well, gunpowder, cigarettes, and other stuff. I kind of ran out. The cigarettes I bought last time. Damn, you must be stressful in your school. I know. And it's gonna get more stressful when someone from my past life decides to join up. This is where, Higurashi says, I got it. I got the new shipping, I got the other stuff. I got also, dust. And if you know what this dust is, the infernal dust. Yes, the infernal remains. Yes, I know what that is. And yes, I would also like to take it. Thank the doctor for sending you this to send it to me. This is where, Higurashi nodded. This is where, Issei put some golden coins on the table, and of course he gets like a supplies, puts them in his coat, but also puts them in a dimension that no one actually manages to sense, because this place actually has seals. Seals for no devils, no angels, no fallen angels, no, North massage, no Indian, whatever, massage, whatever, that goes on. And of course, no one to be able to see through this place or even sense the magic that whoever is using inside it. Of course, he throws it in there, and of course, he says looking around, that's where he noticed, the scythe that's on, what's it called? Mostly a scythe that's on the, place behind him. That's where, he looks at the scythe and kind of notice, this kind of, what's it called? Mostly it's a red, long red scythe. Pretty, big. It has two sides of it, so it's like a double scythe, but yeah. This is where Issei looks at it with quite interest in its eyes. This is where Higurashi says, you're interested in the new scythe that I just got a while ago. This is called the Joker scythe. I don't know what it does, but if it interests you, then you can have it. This is where, Issei pulls out something from thin air, a white mask. But this white mask isn't just a white mask. It does have a smile, a creepy smile mostly under the mouth. But his eyes has two different star eyes. One is purple, one is green. This is where he kind of lifts up the mask towards the scythe, and it seems the scythe decides to start shifting into a card. This is where it decides to go, multiple cards, and decides to go into Issei's hand. Issei says, then I'll take it. Higurashi says, yep, if it isn't for your title, the Joker, the man who literally can cause trouble for anyone's side, because he is just someone that likes to cause chaos. So of course, where Issei kind of gets to out of the store, and of course where he just paid for the scythe. But for right now, I'm going to end it off because I need to go somewhere. I didn't realize it was today that I needed to go somewhere. But yeah, other than that, bye and see ya.